Hello. Look at the camera that's right here. Hello. So we are going to start. This is going to be the first video for the Casa de Nave. We're going to call this Casa de Nave. Casa. No, let's not call it that. That's too close to what another little series we're going to do is. Let's call this Casa de No, let's do Dad first. Casa de Pappy y Marmi. How about that? Casa de Pappy y Marmi. Nope. Casa de Pappy y Marmi. Nope. Casa de Pappy y Marmi. There we go. Okay, so I'm sitting in the truck right now because, as you can see out there, it's snowy. What you can't see is the temperature, and the temperature just so happens to be a balmy 6 degrees, something like that outside right now. I'm going to be hovering around 0 tonight with 3 to 5 more inches of snow coming. Last night, this morning we woke up, I think, to about -10. So there's been that. Pipes are freezing all over Oklahoma. Road conditions aren't terrible, but they're snow-packed right now. Last weekend was ice. That has nothing to do with this video. Why I'm sitting in the car is because I wanted to give you a little update before I start the rest of this video and before I go into much more detail on this project. So the first thing I want to tell you is you guys have seen, well, you saw what was going to be Marmi and Pappy's lot for their house. Well, that has moved. And the reason why it moved was for the driveway, and I don't know if I have a video explaining that. If I do, I'll plug it in now. And so they wanted a longer driveway, so they moved their house a little bit further north. When they did that, they had to clear more land. So I have some video right now of them doing just that. And then whenever we get out to take a look at what they've done, which is not going to be a very good video because it's covered with snow right now. I'm just so bored. I had to do something. So we're making a video over their lot prep and retaining wall, and you can't see any of it because it's covered in snow. But I'm going to go out there and do my best. So right now I'm going to show you the land clearing. And then when we come back, we'll be outside and we'll be looking. Ooh, there's a coyote right there. Ooh, I have a pistol in here too. I should bust your butt. But there's a coyote running. I mean, literally, I don't know. It was probably at one time 75 yards away from the truck. With me sitting here, just ran right by. I still see it running through the woods. Anyways, so we're going to get out and shoot that video of the retaining wall and show you what we can. Enjoy land clearing.
You got your mama's sunshine, you got your daddy's rain. You're like a piece of heaven in a hurricane, and it's bubbling over like a sweet champagne. You got your mama's sunshine, you got your daddy's rain. All day long, right or wrong, you question everything. Why the grass is green, can I stay up late, and why do the bluebirds sing? Sometimes you cry your big blue eyes for no discernible reason. Your point of view, it comes and goes like the changing of the seasons. You got your mama's sunshine, you got your daddy's rain. You're like a piece of heaven in a hurricane. And it's bubbling over like a sweet champagne. You got your mama's sunshine, you got your daddy's rain. You act just like your father, yeah, you laugh at your own jokes. You're pleased with your opinions, girl, you want the world to know. We don't need no Mona Lisa, don't need Dolly or Chagall. You're like a miniature Picasso with your markers on the wall. You got your mama's sunshine, you got your daddy's rain. You're like a piece of heaven in a hurricane. And it's bubbling over like sweet champagne. You got your mama's sunshine, you got your daddy's rain. You got a leaf on every single branch of our family tree. When you're all grown up, no longer a pup, and going out into the great unknown, you'll find that little piece of you that you can call your own. You got your mama's sunshine, you got your daddy's rain. You're like a piece of heaven in a hurricane. And it's bubbling over like a sweet champagne. You got your mama's sunshine, you got your daddy's
Okay,
rain.
well, that was fun, huh? You didn't see just a whole lot of land clearing, but what you saw was making the lot just a little bit bigger and wider for them to be able to get their house on here in the driveway that they wanted. So you saw a little bit of that, and then you saw him stacking it into a big burn pile, and I'll show you some of that burn video right now. Burning the pad sites. All of this came from over there. This pad site, which is mine, was already burned once. But now old Pappy has cleared his site. That's his footings going over there. And we're trying to burn it. We had 6 inches of snow a week ago, which is keeping everything extremely wet and saturated, as you can see. And it's making it really hard to get this stuff going hot. So looks like if we're gonna get this to burn this down today, we're gonna be here all day. Oh well, what else you gotta do? Now we're cooking with gas. Now we's cooking with peanut oil. Oh yeah, stuff just tearing up. It's hung up in the bucket. There you go. Very nice. Very, very nice. That's good stuff. Right? You nervous dog? Got a little hangnail. There it goes. Okay, now I'm going to show you the retaining wall, and I'm going to attempt to do this without spoiling too many other videos that are coming, even though you just might have seen something right there. So I'm shooting this with my iPhone, so this will be pretty interesting to see how well I can keep other things out of the video. So I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm doing it one-handed because, as I just mentioned about the coyote, I have something else in the other hand, just on the lucky chance that something like that runs by and we get to take care of it. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you the retaining wall. Okay, here it is. Here is the retaining wall. Daniel built this for us. He used all of the rocks that we had sitting out, obviously that came off the road and the property and the pile of rocks. But here's the retaining wall. It's huge boulders that we used, that obviously were just laying in our huge boulder pile. But right here in particular, this has a hole in it. That was not a good pointer, was it? Don't turn me in. This has a hole in the retaining wall, and it's kind of loosely laying here for plumbing reasons. The septic line kicks out right here, as well as the propane's going to come in right here. So we have disrupted this retaining wall right here, but we will be putting that back together shortly. Let's walk down here a little bit. If I can do that, film, not show you too much, and not fall, because I don't know what's underneath this snow. But let's just play a little lovely music here, and I'll do my best to film this. Those of you that thought I was just joking on that coyote, literally, there's his tracks, and he literally came. I mean, there's the retaining wall, there's the tracks. So he literally came right through there, pretty hard to miss. So the last thing you saw was right over here, and gives me a pretty good break here to show you exactly how we did all this. So what this is going to be is steps going up to Marmi and Pappy's house, and what you can see is our 2-layer retaining wall. These are extra large rocks than we would typically use on a retaining wall. Most of the time they're a lot smaller than this, but in this case we needed to retain a lot. There is something like 75 to 80 maybe plus loads of fill dirt. There is as you can maybe see straight across there is a almost 5-foot elevation height for me from where my head is, or from where my feet are, to right here. So that is 5 feet of fill across this thing, which is a lot. So back to the retaining wall. You can see it's a couple of layers. It's retaining all of that fill. You can see down here at the bottom, that is our drain. That is our fabric covered drain, so that it keeps the drain clean, so that any debris or anything that washes out does not get in there and clog it up. You can see our gravel backfill right here that we have filled back up against the boulder wall. And then right there, you can see our landscape fabric that is then on the backside of all of that gravel, retaining the earth. So you've got boulder wall, boulder wall, gravel, landscape fabric, drainage at the bottom, and then we'll do drainage at the top. And all of that drainage is very, very, very important for these walls because the hydrostatic pressure is the biggest killer of all of them, with all of that water going through there and pushing out on the rock wall. So there it is. I am freezing. I am freezing my butt off right now, and that's a lot of butt to freeze. So you can see the lake behind me. It's probably frozen over. The Arkansas River is frozen over here. I've never seen that in my life here. But the river has a layer of ice on it, and I have lived here for 38 years. So it is record weather, things that we've never seen. But I'm going to do a whole snow apocalypse video tomorrow. We're supposed to get 3 to 5 more inches of snow tonight, and hopefully we can bring the kids out and play tomorrow because it's going to be a little bit warmer than it is today. So that's it for video 1, episode 1 of Casa de Pappy y Marmi. There we go. Got it in one shot. And we've got plenty more to come. I've got 2 or 3 more of those videos shot on my phone. And then we're getting ready to really kick off and go forward once all this weather clears up. So that's it for me. I'm cold. I don't want to film and walk anymore because I'm going to fall down. I've already done that once. I'll show that to you right now.
That was a hard fall, babe.
Okay, good.
I was like on the hip,
Yeah.
arm, elbow.
I've done that twice. He's now done it once.
Are you okay? That's what hurt. Yeah, I saw that one.
Okay.
But slowly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go slowly.
Watch out. We need to back up completely. Okay?
That's gotta be up.
And that's it for me. So until next time, we'll see you up on the ridge.